The topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV, where we bring you educational information from top local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Now sit back and listen to experts in family law, association law, hearing loss, business brokers, home care, along with many other topics. Now here are your hosts, Steve-O and Sophia.
Topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Welcome to another episode of Eat and Critique with Steve-O and Sophia. I hope we have a lot of Buckeye fans out there because Charley's Eatery is now here in Boynton Beach. Welcome to our guest, Alan, tonight.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, LeBron. We have LeBron with us tonight. Look at him. He looks just like LeBron.
You know what's so nice is he's in the playoffs now, and he's come all the way home for his restaurant in Boynton.
I should be charging him to use my likeness. That's what should really be at.
Thank you, listeners, for coming tonight. Like I said, Charley's Eatery is one of my best experiences of my life. I have to be honest. I went to the Ohio State University, and I was a Buckeye. And I did go to Charley's Steakery almost all the time. My sister went every time she came to see me at the airport.
Your sister loves this place.
She does love it.
Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. I got to tell you something. I love bacon. Love bacon. And
like
I'm looking at
bacon.
I'm looking at the menu, Charley's menu, and I saw this bacon and not one, not two, LeBron, three. They played six cheeses.
Yeah,
and I got to tell you that I wanted to go back for another one. I mean, your bread is so good. What makes your bread so different?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I mean, whether it's the bread or, the food product itself or wings, I mean, I think it's the love you put in everything that makes the difference,
The love.
Yeah. So, unlike other, sandwich or sub spots, what we do is we toast our bread as well before we go ahead and put any toppings on there.
Okay.
So we use white bread for all of our sandwiches.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I love my bread toasted.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
And
all
you know
the
what's
difference.
bad about it? You go to other places, they go, well, do you want the inside heated? I want it toasted.
Yeah, through and through.
I want my cheese melted.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So I had the sandwich, and I'm telling you, I love bacon. And if you're a bacon lover, get the one with the 3 cheese on it. And look, you're kind of...
So what Steve was stuck on that bacon 3 cheese steak.
It's that bacon commercial with that dog. Every time he says that, I think of that.
You know what else? I like your menu. You don't have an extensive menu. I don't have to make a lot of choices, but whatever you get is going to be wonderful.
Well, we always like to support our smaller businesses, and this is a family-owned business here. It's a franchise, but family-owned.
Yes.
And the thing that we also promote is the customer service. And Alan and his father, I've watched them numerous times, and they take care of their customers.
She raves about your customer service.
That's something that we take very
something happened with a customer and the way they were treated. And we talk about on the show all the time that, God, restaurants aren't like they used to be. If they made a mistake, here, don't let me pay for it. They don't do that anymore. And so when Sophia said, you would not believe how you and your dad handle the customers, just top notch.
With love.
Thank you.
With love.
Yeah, just like we said. I mean, I come from a lot of service industry background, whether it be food service for about a decade or just customer service like retail and things like that. So, I mean, being front facing and dealing with, all different kinds of people from different kinds of walks of life and things like that, that's not something I'm unfamiliar with, and my father's come from different kinds of service experience in his own past. Okay. So, with us wanting to have started a franchise for a long time and finally getting the opportunity to do so, and thankfully with Charley's, that was one of the things that was really important to us, is making sure that, of course, the food quality and, the presentation, things like that are already kind of worked into Charley's brand. So it's very easy, very cookie cutter for us to follow.
What made you decide on Charley's?
So what that actually came about was, it's kind of like looking for a job in a sense, where, you go through an interview process, and like I always say, whether it's somebody that is applying with us or someone I'm giving advice to, or just, talking to about the whole process. But whenever you're looking for a job, you got to make sure it fits for both parties. So
yes,
if it's a good fit for both parties, then you have a potential job there, right? So that's how it worked out with us. We were looking around to see what might be the best place. We stumbled upon Charley's, and the rest was history. We love the food. We love their concept. We love how it works. Everyone's cross-trained in the back of house. So, it all made sense for us. And like I said, we really love those cheesesteaks and wings. So everything fell in line. And the lemonades. I'm stuck. I'm still sipping on mine.
Look, I have 2 lemonades in between me.
I got to tell you, I love watermelon. Love watermelon. And when you said, would you like lemonade sounded so good. Then you said watermelon. I'm in. I am. It is so good. It's fresh.
I need to try it.
Yes.
Now I'm tasting chunks of
real fruit for all of our lemonades. So that's watermelon and strawberry that you've got in yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, real fruit, and also the meats are 100%.
Yes, 100% USDA choice steak. Yes.
And chicken and
yes.
So it's not some of these cheap filler kind of brand that other fast foods might use.
Right. Yeah, the quality is very important to us. Quality and presentation. So, I mean, our motto here at our Woolbright location is craveable food and memorable service. Okay, so that really encapsulates what we try to go after here. We want to serve everyone a hot and fresh product, craveable food, and give them great smiles, great service in the process. So that's the memorable service part.
That's a winner.
That is. I love that.
So what is your number one sandwich?
Oh, so our national bestseller across the country is the Philly cheesesteak. But my personal favorite, I go for a chicken buffalo. I like spicy.
No, now I want to know which sandwich sells the best here.
Sells the best here is the Philly cheesesteak.
It is it?
Yes. Okay. Yes. But funny enough, I've got a lot of people from Philly in the area too, and they love an old school, as a matter of fact.
See, you told me that bourbon was.
Yes, that bourbon is, the thing is about that is it's a seasonal item. So it's only been around for about 2 months now.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It really was.
That Kentucky bourbon sauce?
That was
it's
really
my jam
good.
right there.
So, Rebel, I sent some pictures of some, like you did you just had a big order and you sent me some.
Our catering orders? Yes.
So I had sent some pictures of some of the food if you want to share that with our listeners. And you do catering. Why don't you tell the listeners about your catering service?
So essentially with our catering, it's all done in-house. So we have different kinds of options. We can do wings, whether classic or boneless. And we also do, of course, the cheesesteaks. And what we do is essentially called a lunchbox. So depending on how many people you're trying to cater to, we'll prepare like individually packaged lunch boxes. So it'll have a sandwich, an option of like, whatever kind of drink you want. Typically people will go for waters because it's the easiest thing to distribute. And then you'll have like chips and cookies in the bag. And that's, essentially any one person's lunchbox. So we can specify it as much as you'd like. If you'd like, let's say 50 sandwiches to be chicken, another 50 to be steak, and, a certain number, let's say you wanted 20 to be a California, for example. We can do whatever you'd like, whatever size you're interested in. We're here to please.
And it's the NBA playoffs.
Yes,
so
yes,
please
yes.
cater for that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to throw something at both of you. Maybe you didn't think about. So there's a sandwich place that does a lot of advertising. Let me tell you what's so great about Charley's. They have a drive-through.
Yes. Yes, we do.
And
Yes, we do.
And the other ones don't. And it's like, there's times you don't want to get out of the car. Okay, right?
Yeah.
You just want to go through the drive-through. This is one of the only sandwich places that has drive-through.
And
Am I right?
Yeah, very true.
their
Very true.
drive-through, look at how busy it is. And I heard a dog was even hungry. I heard him barking the other day, like, hurry up and get my order out.
Yeah. Our drive-thru is definitely booming. They love the ability to come and get some fast service, and on the same note, while we're talking about catering, we'll also do online orders, so like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and things like that. So whether it's a driver coming by just to pick up an order and head on out, or if it's someone that placed an order through our Charley's Rewards app and decided to come pick it up in person, and they come through the drive-thru as well.
What are your hours?
From Monday to Sunday, we do the same hours all week. We open up
So
at
you're
11
open
a.m.
7 days a week?
7 days a week,
Oh,
yes.
my gosh.
Yes, we open up at 11 o'clock and we close at 10 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long hours. And so tell us a little bit about the different varieties, like the wings,
Yeah.
the Phillies. Just give a few examples of some
Yeah.
things on the menu.
So the best way to refer to those are like our crown jewels. Our crown jewels is essentially what we take the most pride in as far as our food product. So that would be things like, of course, the cheesesteaks, the wings, which is a newer addition to our Charley's menu, the lemonades. Okay, those are our bigger crown jewels, and of course the fries as well.
Ooh,
All
those
right.
fries look good.
So for the Phillies, we've got a number of options. Like I said, the classic Philly cheesesteak is one of our best sellers. So that's the one everybody goes for, and that comes with the works. So of course your 100% USDA choice steak, and you've got grilled onions, mushrooms, and green peppers. And then for the topping side, you'll have mayo, lettuce, tomato, and pickle. So that's what we consider our classic Philly cheesesteak. All right.
Sounds good.
All of our different options, whether chicken buffalo, chicken California, will have different variations of the same.
We had teriyaki once.
That's a really good
Is that
option.
a new one?
That's a really good option. That's one of our originals. It stays on the menu.
Oh,
The seasonal that we have right now is the one that you and I spoke about last.
oh,
The
that
Kentucky
was
bourbon.
good. That one was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what amazes me is how popular sandwiches are.
Yeah.
More than ever before.
Yeah.
And I remember a long time ago, places that maybe they had one location in town. But now sandwiches are so big. And I saw a commercial about a sandwich. It was probably from about the window to here.
Yeah.
And how they had to cut it up. It was.
Oh, the
But
subs.
I love the way you give people so many options. They can drive through. They can call in. You use DoorDash.
Yep. We're gonna get these cheesesteaks out to everybody.
And you know what? This 11 o'clock thing, we're in Boynton now. Where do you go to? You get hungry at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
I had a question about your catering.
Yes.
Do they pick the catering up or do you deliver the catering? Is there an extra cost if you do deliver?
So we try to offer as many options as possible. With us only having been open for about 6 months now, we try to do as much as we can ourselves, put our hands on everything, make sure we deliver things ourselves. But whenever that isn't possible for, let's say, a bigger order, just we couldn't transport on our own, or something that's out of range for us, for example.
Great.
We had an order in Boca last week, or
Wow.
2 weeks ago, and we had a third-party delivery service come and deliver it for us. Dropped a couple coupons in the bag just to kind of say thank you for the patronage, But
Aw.
yeah, we try to put a little love
I
into
told
everything.
you guys. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that's what we care about.
I hope Margaret's getting all this down.
I'm surprised she hasn't walked through the door by now.
Yeah. Big shot. Now, you're in, is this a 7-Eleven?
No.
We're actually next to a marathon. Yes.
Marathon.
Yes,
Okay.
Marathon gas station.
So it's so easy to find. You're at the, I guess, south what?
Southeast corner.
Southeast corner
Of Congress and Woolbright. Yes.
and it's Charley's. And I got to tell you something. If you have never had a Philly cheesesteak, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to at least try it once. And you know what's so great? This is the best place to try it.
I
To get
think,
real, because
I
there's
think
people
so.
who do Philly cheesesteaks that just, I would hate to judge if I like the Philly cheesesteak by their stuff. Charley's here. This is the real thing here.
So Rebel are producers
Yes.
from Louisiana.
Yes.
And now I see you have the Louisiana Cajun
Yeah,
fries.
yep.
What are those?
Those are to
We're gonna
die
make her
for.
hungry.
To die for. So, I mean, anyone knows what like a Cajun rub is. We use a Louisiana Cajun rub that's inspired by like real Louisiana Cajun spice. Okay.
Little
And that's
kick
another.
to it?
Say it again.
Little kick
A little
to
bit,
it.
a little bit of kick to it, yeah. And it's another one of our seasonal options. So that's here for another month or so. So you got to come get it while it's hot and fresh, just like our Kentucky bourbon, another seasonal option. But yeah, it's something that we use for our fries, and we also use it for our wings.
Oh, wow.
So we have a couple dry rub options. That would be one of our dry rub
That
options.
sounds good. I'm
Very
surprised
good.
she hasn't even written to us yet about those. Nope.
She can hear you.
Usually-
Okay. I promise you. She can
I
hear
know.
you.
She always hears everything we say.
So now we've got your hours. I think your hours are wonderful. 7 days a week, which I pity. I see your dad back there probably prepping something.
Yeah, I can't get that man off the grill. He's the heart and soul of the operation.
What did he do before this?
Oh wow. I don't know. It's kind of like when you're talking about your father, someone that you revere highly. I feel like he's a superhero. He's done everything. But
So
most
he has
recent-
an S on his chest, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and it's permanent. It doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Aw,
But
That's
he's come straight from the well, as a matter of fact, he's from Haiti. He's born and
Okay.
raised in Haiti, and made his way over here as an immigrant, and made a life for himself ever since. Same with my mother. So most recently, I'd say about a decade ago, he had gone back to Haiti to do some more work, open a business for himself. At first, it started with a gas station and convenience store. Then he built a restaurant as well. So kind of similar to the corporate mix that we have here.
You still have family there?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunate
Are
time
you
for
in
us.
touch with them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Constantly checking in, praying, make sure that everyone is
Yes.
as well as they can be. But yeah, that's the life that he came from. Most recently, he was owning and operating a trifecta. Essentially, is what it is: a gas station, convenience store, and a restaurant as well. So we all came from our own work experience at the time, and we decided to put all our eggs in this basket. So we're hitting the ground hard. We're getting a great response from the community. Everyone's been very very welcoming to us, and we've gotten a lot of support.
When's number 2 going to happen?
Oh, honestly, I want it to happen very soon.
Oh, wow.
I want it to happen very
Where?
soon.
Where?
I wouldn't mind it being anywhere here in the South Florida area. We've got our eyes open. We've got an ear to the ground.
Wellington.
Yeah, Wellington could
That's
kick off
where
from
you
that
guys
as well.
live.
Yes,
so it'd be
exactly.
easier.
There is one in the Wellington Mall, and that's the first I had been introduced to
Yeah.
Charley's. That
And
is
you
the
know
first I had
what?
been introduced.
I'll be honest.
Talk to me.
They're not like yours.
Hey, you
No,
heard it.
they
You heard
really
it here
aren't.
first, right?
No, they really aren't, because we went there to try it when we
Yeah.
saw, and this one is so much more quality.
Yeah.
And it's just 100 times better.
Thank you
I'm
so much.
sorry.
From your mouth to God's ears. We love
Sorry,
it.
Wellington.
Do you have a children's menu?
Yes. We've got kids options for just about everything that you see that we take right on in the menu.
Smaller portion or?
Yeah, so essentially let's say for the wings, we offer the boneless wings. We'll do a 4-piece for the kids, and it'll come with fries, either a cookie or an ice cream cone, and a lemonade or a soda. The kids go crazy for the ice cream cones and the milkshakes.
I would too.
Yeah, insane. So we've got this cookies and cream milkshake that my godson
I
is
am a
obsessed with. He's giddy about it. Yeah.
So you have these shakes. What flavors do they come in?
So the flavors are strawberry, chocolate. So we use like a chocolate sauce, and then the cookies and cream, and of course we do vanilla as well. Yes.
Place is so, look how clean it
It's
is.
clean. That's why I
And it's
like it
so-
here.
I think
And it's
people are looking
spacious.
for how easy it is to get to.
Yeah.
I mean, it is easy, but I got to tell you, I love the drive-through window.
Yeah.
Oh my
And even think about it. If you're coming off of 95, we're about half a mile, maybe even a little bit less than 95. So you pop in real quick. We get your order ready for you. Even better if you had it placed in advance. We'll have you out the door in a minute.
Yeah.
And you know what? Also, I'm telling you, I know at night, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's like, where can I go get something
Sometimes
to eat?
you get hungry.
Besides, the M thing.
Yeah, or the BK.
Right. Yeah. They who shall not be named. Right.
But this is it's so nice. And your hours are so great.
Yeah, so we open up at 11 a.m., but, I have people that come by as early as 10:15 looking for a hot product. And we, as long as my grill and my fryers are hot, I'm selling food.
Well, the other thing is everybody that works here is so friendly.
Yeah.
You come in and you feel welcomed and they're happy to be here.
Yeah.
But aren't a lot of them your family too, aren't they?
Yes. So my family is all up and through here. But, we take it upon ourselves to also set the standard as to, what we expect. We feel that if you give respect, you get respect. You know what I mean? But also, I don't very much believe in the whole mindset of, leave your personal matters at the door. You know what I mean? You come into work a whole person. You should be able to be a whole person while you're here. So we try to be as open-minded, as considerate as we possibly can be. If there's ever a situation where, thankfully enough, everyone in the back of house is cross-trained. So someone who works the grill also knows how to work the register and everywhere in between. So let's say, I have somebody that's working the cash register for the day and they're just not feeling it. It's easy enough to do a rotation and just say, hey, you can be on the toppings and you don't have to communicate so much with, customers and things like that. Just stick in the back, we'll look out for you and we'll rotate another day,
See, that's the thing that I liked was I was here one day and there was not a very nice customer.
Right.
And the way you guys handled it was incredible.
Yeah.
You didn't escalate it more and it stopped right away.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's something that's important to us. I mean, just like I said, any given day someone could just be having a bad day. And we want to be able to serve you the kind of food product that makes that kind of day turn around. But in the process of doing so, all you can really do is help people get to the bottom of their issue. So if it's a quick fix and you want me to add pickles to your sandwich, no problem. We'll do it.
I came in the other day. We were watching the NBA finals, and I bought you dinner and my sister and I dinner. And Alan turned around and said, "Make it with love."
Like always,
it's
right?
Always made with love.
Like
here.
always. Yep.
You've got a very open concept.
Yes.
And I'm looking at, very few restaurants, you see every employee busy.
Yep.
Sometimes they're looking down at their cell phone.
Yeah.
Everybody, look at them. It's like,
They're working hard.
Including Dad.
Yep.
Poor Dad works so hard. He always works hard.
Yeah.
And Mom's here today,
Yep,
too. I
sure
got
is.
to meet her.
Mom's
finally.
here also.
Yep. Mom's in the building. And sister gets back from North Carolina in a week or two, and I'm putting her right on the schedule. Yeah.
Well, I know we hope you'll be another too. It sounds like there will be. But folks, I'm telling you that one of the things that we do is we want to let you know the good places to go. You work hard for your money. You've got a lot of choices. And you know what? We're trying to save you the time and the effort by just giving you great places. And then we top it off. We love smaller businesses.
We do.
We promote. This is not an advertisement. We don't charge for this. And we're just so glad that, I got to tell us while I'm thinking about it. I want to wish all of our Jewish listeners happy Passover.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
I almost
I
forgot.
forgot.
I just went to my head.
Wow,
I had a show this morning, and
fast.
that was the first thing we said this morning. But because right now everybody's preparing for Passover. You know what? Tomorrow, when you're so tired of cooking Passover, you can come over here, get sandwiches for all the relatives are in town. This is a great place to have a party catered. But you know what I'm thinking? This is not only is it NBA playoff time, it's National Hockey League.
Yeah.
We're there. I mean, we're in it.
Yeah.
And we won last night. So you have all these friends over.
Go Panthers. Poor Heat.
Right. That's tough. And I know you were upset about that one.
I was very upset.
This is the place to come. You don't want to cook at home. just come over here. Now, are
Well,
your
they
sandwiches different sizes?
But they don't have to just come. They can call. They can order ahead. Have it, Uber or whatever. Just do it all.
Yep, we're on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, the whole nine. But yes, to answer your question, that is correct. We do have a number of different sizes for our sandwiches. So we've got a small, which is a 6-inch. We've got a regular size, which is the 9-inch, and the large is the 12-inch.
Which the large was too big for 2 people. I learned
And your
that.
bread, is it whole wheat?
No,
It's white bread.
All
White
white,
bread,
okay.
yes. All white bread, yes.
And you can have anything put on it.
Yep.
But
Our sandwiches are fairly filling. Our
they
most
are. That's right. They are.
Our most common order is like a combo, come out to less than $15, and that'll get you a regular size sandwich, a side of fries, and a drink. And I leave pretty full off of that alone,
And the sandwiches are full. They don't put just a little layer. I mean, you stuff them.
Yeah. So the way our meat is prepared, processed, and sent to us in order for us to put on the sandwiches that we love is essentially 3-ounce portions that are sliced very thin and put together for us.
So they're already prepared.
Yes,
so that's even
the
better.
portion is always going to be the same for you. What we do is we try our best to be one of those companies, just like the Charley's brand teaches us to do, where you don't just get a product in a picture and something completely different in person. You see those advertisements
Yeah,
everywhere. It's like, that looks good. I want
Applebee's.
that. Yeah, right? And you get it, and it's like, that's all, yeah. No, you get it, and you're full by the time you get halfway through it, But that we take pride in making sure that it looks as close to those advertisements as mouth-watering as possible. Yeah.
And they are. So I had a question.
Yes.
Do they still have Charley's Kids? Do you still
Yes.
have the Charley Kids
Yes,
program?
we still do the Charley's Kids program. And essentially, for those of you who might not know what Sophia is referring to is we try to give back to our community in the best ways that we possibly can. So Charley's Kids more so refers to our international efforts to do so. But the Charley's corporate brand also makes sure that we do a better job of doing so in our direct community. So things like local store marketing also tie in with our local community efforts. So our most recent effort is we're trying to tie in with some of the Boynton Beach youth teams for the baseball teams and things like that. We've got a number of schools in the area. There's a lot we try to jump in on.
I like that. I do. I like that. Let me see how much time we have left. I think we still have. We're running out of time.
Yes.
We're running out of time.
It goes fast, though.
It does.
And we're sorry about the delay.
Delays. We had some technical issues, so we
Well,
apologize.
that's what happens when you have a live show.
Yeah.
I know.
It just sometimes you can't help those things.
But we do appreciate you guys joining us.
Oh,
and
we
I appreciate
love-
you guys coming to meet with us here and do this great
We
live show.
appreciate
Yeah.
you. And it's again 1610 South Congress Avenue,
yes,
Boynton Beach.
Yes.
Hours.
From 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. all 7 days a week.
There you go.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
yes.
Uh-oh.
And just going back to what you were saying about, what it is that you guys try to bring to your following and your followers. I had caught a couple of your episodes. Steve, I was telling Sophia the same just a moment ago, how, I really appreciate that effort in and of itself. Not just that you wanted to include us, but, so often you see these big name brands. And of course, they've got plenty of money to spend on marketing and things like that, but it's not often that, those smaller guys, the mom and pop shops and, the guys that are really holding up the community get an opportunity to get exposed to the way that you
Everything's
do.
expensive now.
Yeah, you're very right about that.
Everything is, oils, everything is
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
And restaurants work on a short markup anyway.
Yeah.
So this is something that we just do to give back to the community. We both have great experience in the restaurant business. I was a chef, went to school, which was a waste of time. If you're thinking about going to culinary school, forget about it. You can learn more. Just go in and start somewhere.
I had a
Get your
few
hands on
texts
something.
that said finally, one of them. The other one said mention the shakes, and then
Yeah.
they went, "Oh, you already did."
Yes.
So,
Yeah, some of our crown jewels, they love our stuff, man. They love our stuff. All we did is open our doors and we let everyone else, respond to us, and they've been showing us a lot of love and support, and we really appreciate it. I can't get enough of the milkshakes either.
I can't get enough of this store.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I know that both Margaret your sister
Mhm.
and Sophia are huge fans.
Yeah.
And I was a fan and didn't even know how big a fan I was because I went to a different location,
Mhm.
not knowing this was here. People in Boynton, listen, you've got, and I'm going to tell you something. I'd come here from Delray. I would come here
Well,
right
Del
from,
Rey's just
I
down the
know.
road. It's not
You'd be
that
surprised how many
far.
people come and take a little hike for us. As a matter of fact, and I've got a lot of supporters that either know us personally and just looking to come support us. But I know a lot of people that have just tried us once or twice before and compared us to other Charlies and said, hey, we want to come and
You
spend our time with you guys.
You
Yeah,
really are better
Yeah.
than the other Charlies.
we appreciate
Not because,
that. We try.
but
we
no,
try.
you really,
we try.
really are.
And we've been blessed with the opportunity to have a big dining room, so we've got plenty of seating areas, so we can also cater to people that want to hang out for a little bit, take a little bit of time away from their work schedule.
So,
I love the decor in here.
I wanted to sit here because this reminds me of the
Yeah.
Charley Steakery
Oh,
in
yeah,
Ohio.
Yeah.
It started right on the campus of Ohio State
Yeah.
University, way back.
Yes.
Anyway.
So for those of you guys that actually didn't know, Ohio, well, the reason she mentions Ohio in reference to Charlie's is because Charlie's is based out of Ohio. So that's actually where my father and I went to do our 3 weeks worth of training, learn everything there is to learn about Charlie's.
You had to work in the store, did you?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure did. And my father and I finished top of our class, as a matter of fact.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Really?
surprised.
Yeah.
You know what? I can believe that. I guess I
And
can't
time
see
is
that.
up. Yeah, it goes fast.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, listeners. Happy Passover. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next Monday.
We're going to have to come back again because Dad didn't get in.
Yeah.
Dad's busy.
Yep. On that grill.
Alan makes his father work hard.
I'm mad you got that on record. Now he's gonna hold me to it.
Thank you, listeners.
Yeah,
See
thanks for
you
joining
next week. Thank you. Good night.
You've been listening to the Eaton Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.
I posted on my story.